All right. I'll let everybody kind of get in that was waiting, and then we'll get started. Hey guys, I'm gonna I thought we'd do some tone on tone collage today. And I pulled some ephemera stuff to use, and I pulled some jelly prints in blues, kind of dark teal green copper, and kind of a light teal. I don't want that one. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Vicki. So I know I don't have a lot of canvases because I just went to school and poured with the teachers. I taught them how to do a fluid acrylic in a professional development today and how it applied to science. So I have this one that I don't like. So I thought we'd use this. These are the ones that the kids poured that I'm not wild about. I kind of maybe like this one. I'm almost thinking it just needs one little thing and then it'd be, could be done. So I think these two right here, this one's been messed up. It got messed up. And I don't think there's anything all that interesting on this one. Hi, Judy. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Dot. Jillian. Galena. The other ones that we did with the kids was this one, which it's okay. For some reason, some of them have like a dull spot, but I think once it's varnished, this one I think turned out well. But again, it's got kind of a clouded dull spot. And then I think this one turned out really well. But I think I'll see how these will clean up and varnish. But this one's got, like I said, can you see how it's dull on there? Like I don't know. And maybe I'll add a sunflower to this one. But we'll use these two right now. And this big one. So the first thing I'm going to do is I think I'll do the blue on blue on this one. I'm thinking about leaving the sides alone. For the most part. So I think I'll do this one. And then do this one here. And I'm going to use some tone on this one too. And put napkin over it. So I had some cream stuff that I pulled that I'm going to add to this pile. So that can go in that pile. This can go. And so what I'm going to do is try to find some stuff that of interest that might go in and be interesting to look at. Kind of leaning towards, that might be my focal point. And then I have some black and white photos that we may use at the end. I think that'll be the focal point for that one. I think I want that over there. That can go in there. That can go there. Let's see, that can go over there. This can go in. Well, this might go here. Could be this little dude too. We'll see. I'm trying to see if I have any other black and white photos still printed, hiding. Away. We don't, it automatically records. Dot. Hi, Shauna. It's not like Ustream. I don't have to hit record. It automatically records. And it'll be on YouTube later with the chat. Okay. So I'm going to stack those over here, and I want to cut some interesting parts out of this paper to use. Just different patterns that are in the Gelli prints. And I may change the size later of them. but I just want to get a little pile going of things that interest me. And some of these are Joan stencils that she sent me. A lot of them are excuse me, sorry, I was having a debate in my head where to go. A lot of them are also roll-off papers. Word would not come out of my head. The class went really well today. I was afraid they wouldn't be very receptive to it, but everybody was interested in, I think they left with a better understanding of pigments and how paints are made. Okay. All right, so that's well, I made a PowerPoint and researched the history of pigments a little bit. Got some background information. And I guess, you know, my thought was most of them would be like, that's crazy. I'm not doing any of that with my class. But a lot of them were like, oh, I would try that, or I would show a video. Okay, so I'm going to put those papers with that ephemera. And then I'm going to cut some pieces down for the next one. Like I said, I'm not really worried about straight edges, or these are just, because they're not very big canvases, so I'll definitely be reducing the size of the paper. I learned a lot. Like, I learned that titanium dioxide and red iron oxide, which are in all of the pigments that I bought, all in the micas, are what they call hidden fillers, and they provide UV protection. That's how they create light fastness, is they scatter the light, hence protecting the paint from the UV exposure, which I did not know. Which would imply that some of those paints have more light fastness, potentially, than one would believe at first thought. But I didn't know that that is how, I didn't understand the science. But it's actually those pigments, put those over there, those pigments make light refract and scatter, which reduces the intensity of the light. And that was when we looked at those little bags of the new source that I got. That was what was listed on all of them, along with the micas. So that was just interesting to me. And then it told, you know, which ones were to make it add opacity, you know, to make it opaque, and which ones were trying to remember what it add texture. Those were like clay, talc, calcium carbonate, silicates. This does not want to cut on the cutter. I need a new blade. So I threw enough science in there that they were, the funny thing was they were all complaining that they had to drive from Dallas. And I was like, we drive that drive every time we have in service. It was nice to not have to drive. I was, you know, 5 minutes. This one I'm going to add to the, it's like, so now you feel my pain. Should have said cry me a river. I'll put both those pieces. And so a lot of these go from one stencil to another, that there's more than one stencil pattern on them. All right, just about done cutting the paper. I'll leave that one bigger too. And the only thing I'm throwing away are the edges. Hi, Janet. What color did you paint your bathroom, Miss Janet? Green, white, navy. Oh, I bet that's pretty. Okay. All right, so I'm going to start with that piece right there. Sometimes you just have to jump in and pick a piece. Okay. There you go. Put that in the opposite corner. And let it overlap. Oh, it's got a messed up in the middle. It was touched too soon. You can't see it because I've already covered it up. But it's got a boo-boo. So is this other one. But we poured 6. I may let some parts of it show. The mistake is in here. I'll wait on that one. All right, let's add that little. Okay, I'm definitely going to add that. I'll leave this part of the pour visible because it goes with our. This is tissue that was stamped. All right, let's put that there. Got this hard edge I don't really want. Okay, then let's. Okay, get rid of all that little glue paper. And let's try to use a little stencil on it here and there to maybe kind of merge those. Just grabbing some smaller scaled stencils. And I'm thinking either white or turquoise. Well, that's enough to start with. Get a sponge. So I think I'm going to start with a little bit of white. Oh, it should. Wonder why I didn't notify you, Lori. But I went on exactly when I was 7 minutes late because YouTube wouldn't cooperate. Okay. With some punchinella. Give the sides a little love too. And I'm going to get a little PBO. Let me zoom the camera in, not too much because I don't want to be too, I want to be fairly free to, I don't want to be out of frame. Sometimes it gets the work away from you. This is one of Jones. Go on that. I'm going to put this down the sides like that pattern with the remember, I'm going for like tone on tone. Now it's going to need more black, and I know that. Let's put some of that going off the side. And then let's put some. I'm going to go back and add more white. And I'm just flipping these over. Okay. I think they're going to go sort of here. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to use that. Like I said, it needs black to offset it before I add them. Let me move that because, yeah, it needs black to offset this. So let me get black paint. Okay, let's. I actually have some paper that I've pulled out. I think it's in the other stash. Just a second. I have black and white, like a tissue. I hate when you have something and then you think you have it setting out and it disappears. There it is. Does it need, is it better just to do something like that? Not sure I like this. Like I want to keep going with it. But if I put this on there, then I could come back and put, like with Joan stencil, a couple of those turquoise. I think I like that better than a lot of this. And then get rid of that. Let's come back with Joan's stencil and add and bring that over the black. Yeah, doesn't it feel better? You need it. The black was too heavy here. It needed that black there. And then the picture's going to go in here. And then maybe one word. All right, and I'm going to take wrong sponge. I'm going to grunge sort of the edges of this paper. Let's glue that in. Let's put a layer on top. I may put another layer of these little one more. All right, and then I have in here, I know I have a stash of just words. Just need to find that. Real quick, and we'll pick a word. I saw it earlier and I almost pulled it out. I thought, no, if we need it later, I'll just get it. Hate. Start from the I think it's long. And that it would jump out because it's in a little plastic thing and long. Those of you watching on YouTube, the recording, jump forward. Hi, CB. Well, I keep finding other things. There they are. Friends, remember traditions, simple pleasures, little memories. Remember. All right, let's put. Trying to get it to slide just ever so much. But it's not going to. Okay, that's a pretty simple. But that'll do well at my big art show that's coming up. That kind of stuff. Now later on, when it's dry, I might sand that with like a piece of sandpaper and just or a nail file and sand that back just a little bit. All right, so there's one. Let's keep those words and this out because we'll keep that to the side. All right, we'll keep. I found that. I'm going to use that. We'll keep these little set of stencils to the side. And we'll go to this one. This is going to be my focal point, I think. And there. I might use this word beautiful. Let me put this stuff on the top and I don't want that piece, I don't think. Okay. I like that mark, and that'll stay on the side. I like this gradation. And I think I'll pick this up. Let me get it wet. I just want to peel it back a little bit. And I don't care if the paper's damaged. Let's trim that off and let's put it down the middle and work around it. Okay. And there. I also want some old dictionary paper, I think, to use on this one. Put some glue on that. Okay. Kind of put this extra piece down here. That's like an old ticket. For like an old sweepstakes or something. And let's put some more of this. Here. I don't want to tear. some of the edge of this. And we'll let some of that pour because that's the right colors on that side. Look at those corners. Bye, Shauna. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. I go like that. Come up the bottom of that. Add another pattern. Okay. This is French, so I'm going to keep this little ticket. That's too yellow, so I'm not going to use that on there. And I think these have gotten too dark. This works. Let me cut it. I'm not sure where I want it yet. And this is a stamp on tissue again. Okay, I'm going to put a piece. Actually, I'm going to put the smaller piece down here. This is kind of like a newsprint flag. And I might use, no, I'm going to use that and that. I need to work on this corner. That's the problem with zooming in. I I'm going to turn it sideways because it just fits on the screen better. All right, I'm going to add this little piece of cardstock. In here. I'm thinking though I might put a piece of this here first. And then put this pattern on there. And I think I'm going to put that right there. The other piece of this tissue. And then this strip from this along this edge. Okay. I think that'll go there, but I'm almost wondering if I want to set it on a print and trim it. I think I do. I'll let that dry and then I'll trim it. We're done with all that paper. Yeah. And I might even pop dot it. And raise it up. Okay. I'm going to let this overlap that. I'm going to put this one down at the bottom just so I can get some text. Okay. I'm not sure it needs stencil work or not. My hands are so sticky. Hi, Jen. I only saw one wedding picture so far, but they really did look gorgeous. The dress, it was such a pretty picture of them. Okay, that's too much. Let's try that one. There we go. That's better. Okay, so they're going to go sort of here. I'm wondering if my word shouldn't go on there. Like that. All right, and do we want to raise them up? I'm going to put a layer of gel medium on the back of them and let it dry while we're thinking about that. Just going to put that right there. I don't know if a word's going to go on it or not, but Thank you, Stacy. The word beautiful is too big, but we can go back to our words that needs to dry more. I'm not sure. Do we want any stencil work at all? Do we? And we do want to. Let me get the pop dart thing. Let me get some of the mounting tab. I'm gonna put like 6. Take that back. I'm gonna put 7. I wish I could spell something with these leftover letters. Not Vicky. Okay. My fingers are so sticky, so sticky. These aren't sticking very well. It would have been better with the paper, but if it's going to be raised, I wanted it to have a little finish to it. Just need a little force, maybe. Yeah, I can see guy, way, hey, pay. There is joy, joy. and ruin our little friends. Let's do Joy. Oh yeah, they weren't. They were down below, weren't they? That's not too bad. This side is good. This side is more of the original pour. This side's fine. This could use a little work. I might wait till it dries and put a little paint on there. We'll see. All right, so that's 2 done. What time is it? 7:30. Okay. Those pieces up. Now I want to use some of this napkin. Let's start by. Do I need to? Should I gesso the sides? Oh, I hate this pour, Jen. That's why we're covering it up. Yep, Eileen, you got it. We tried adding black. I didn't like it. I don't like the red with the green. That's the biggest problem. No, Jen? Well, do I need to send it to you, Miss Jen? I don't have another canvas, but we can work on paper. I won't cover it up. You can have it if you want it. I don't like it. We'll send it down under. Hi, BJ. All right, we'll send it down under to Jen. I'll fix, this needs to be cleaned up with black, and that needs to be cleaned up with black. You can put it in your art room, Jen. We won't have to work as hard then. I gotta zoom out. It won't go in the mail right away, but it will eventually. Okay, Jen? All right, so let's just we don't have to think as hard on this because we're not trying to cover up. It's going to go in a mat, so I'm not going to work to the edge. Okay, so that'll. That'll work that way. All right, and I'm going to put this along this edge. I need to add some water to this. Actually, I'm going to put this here first. Because I know I need some beige. I'm going to put that there. Actually, I think I'll come down. And I'm just trying to get blue and beige pattern, you know, just get a variety of patterns and break it up here and there. I'm just going to go vertical. I'm just putting it on the camera sideways because it seems to show better. Okay, I need to look at it from the right perspective real quick. Well, yeah, I've got the camera zoomed out enough. Okay, I'll get rid of some of the choices. Now I'm not sure. Kind of this right in there. That's napkin, so I'm just going to give it a spritz of water to get it lay down. Okay. I'm going to get a wet brush. I can just tear that really easy. Okay. This is some tissue paper in a foreign language. Came wrapped in something. Now this might end up just being a background tonight because now it ended up being bigger. I mean, that's going to be a focal point, but it might need a girl on it, and I haven't done one in a long time. Thinking it might need a girl right here. And then some kind of quote up here. Right. A little bit more of this tissue. Right here. And I have one other section. I might want that blue. So I have a pop of it. Up here, I think. Get rid of that. If she goes here, that corner. Let's put that vintage license plate in there. Just to add something. And then I'm thinking I'm covering all that up, so I don't know that I'm not going to use that. Get rid of all of that. This will just, I don't want to, this is so cool. I don't want to just completely lose it. So I think I'll, kind of think that might work. Let's gently try a mat and see what it mats out as, just so we see. Yeah, that mat's okay. Like I said, I think I want a girl right in there. The question is gonna be what era. I have one that I'm thinking of, maybe. Maybe this girl. Or do we want more 70s inspired? Like, do we think summer? Because I mean, I'm not going to do the girl tonight. I mean, I could almost pop that girl down there and call it done. She's too big. Yeah. She needs to be shrunk. She's also missing her arm, Dot. Or do we want more 70s? Yeah, I know she's too big. That's not, I mean, she could almost fit, but she's printed too big. And I'm going to paint her. She's just a reference right now. 70s. All right, so I'll look for somebody. I'm thinking like, I think I have a pattern in mind, and she's wearing like bell bottoms and a vest. And I think she's got long hair and like a headband scarf type thing. Well, I mean, I could leave it the way it is and just put like a big word, but I mean, Dot and Eileen say, leave it alone. No girl. Okay, so I mean, it is kind of a pretty, almost like could be a kitchen or a dining room piece. It is. But if we leave it as it is, then it's not really as it is, because then it needs. You got text up here and you got print here. All right, how about this? Let's let it dry and we'll visit it tomorrow. Yeah, not a very long stream because I have plans. Look at this. It's curling up. Those things are not sticking. Two can play that. Okay. Hot, I'll stick. Some real sticky stuff. I still have the elevation of that foam, but they are not sticking down. They just needed some. You like this one, Dot? This one here? The Joy? So, got that one done. And this one done. You want to see the what pour? Oh, you want to see the pour I'm going to send to Jen? This? Is that what you want to see? The Jen pour? I need to think. Need to fix the edges. This is the one. Well, the pores were damaged. They had blemishes. They were no bueno. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I just need to give it a more purposeful line. And then I need to clean up over here. And maybe just a little bit right here. We poured, the ones I poured at school today, I'll bring home. Actually, I think all of those are pretty good. That's better, isn't it? And then when it's dry, I'll sign it. I'll probably sign it on the edge. A tornado? I don't know. I like this. What I didn't like, well, and there is, I didn't like it. Here's the ones that the kids did. Well, this one still has a problem. See where it's faded? Is CB here? So I don't know if this will go away with some varnish. You know, some gloss varnish. If that will help that blemish. That's not even a gloss. That's a matte. So that's not going to do a whole lot. So I'm not sure about that one. This one turned out pretty good, but again, it's got a clouded spot, which I don't know why it clouded up. It's got a spot right in here that's cloudy. This one doesn't have any issues. And this one I'm going to just varnish as is. This one I don't like. But I think what I'll add is a sunflower, like a sunflower growing. I don't think I'll do anything to this one either. I'm just hoping that the cloudy part will go away. Do something over. That's a matte. I don't know if I have any. I have satin varnish, but I don't think I have any. Let's see what. I mean, when it's wet, it goes away. But we'll see what happens when it dries. Like if it. This one has a blemish right here too. See, I think this is going to cloud up again. So don't be surprised if this one doesn't get covered up. Because it's doing that exact same thing. And it's got a mark in it here. This is the one that wasn't dry and I didn't know it and I picked it up. I guess. It's also got a bare corner. So I think you'll like the ones that are at school drawing. And I got some more watercolor pans that I did. A really pretty silver with glitter in it. And I did kind of a copper gray one. And I made a couple more pans of sunset. And we'll decide about this tomorrow, I guess. We could do is do the girl separate and then decide if we want her on there. I don't have any more of that napkin. But it could almost use some yellow paint up here if it stays plain. Yeah, I think it's going to cloud up. All right, let me put that one upside down so it can have some weight to push that while it's drying. I don't think that's enough heavy. That's better. We'll just weight that down so that that popped up piece makes contact. This is a napkin. It was a napkin, which is so pretty. And it was the last piece I had left. Now, that's not to say I don't have some other napkin with a pretty other flower that could go up there in the top. On that, like that could go up there. So could a butterfly. I have these butterflies that are in here. Could just pop a little butterfly on there so that there's a pop of yellow. Yeah, you can't beat a butterfly. I'm cutting out that flower because I could add flower. Now, if I add this one, I'm going to have to add one more somewhere just to have balance. Yeah, I like just the butterfly, maybe. I don't like the flower on there. It's the right color, but I don't care for it. Still think just the butterfly. So can we put a butterfly on it and call it done? Now I do have different butterflies if y'all want a choice. I have one that is a solid. It's not as yellow. But we can change that too. Yeah, could have a word. Don't know that I have any large enough. This one, it's not the right color. So we agree we're going to put this butterfly right here. Okay, let's grab the mat again. Try not to stick the mat in anything. Like a word in black right here. Right? Because you've got black over here, you've got black in here, then you've got this area right here, which let's see if I have anything. Don't be like the rest of them, darling. In blue. Yeah, I don't have a black mat. That's not to say I don't get too hung up on the mats because people often are going to change the mat anyways. when they go and get it framed. Sometimes they'll get them double matted. I'm looking to see if I have any quotes. I can paint the matte black. I've done that before. Actually, would most likely you'd have a black frame. Most people use black frames. So if you painted the matte black, I don't know what frame you would use. That would be my only hesitance in that one. On Etsy, it's under Debbie Epps, and in local art shows. No, that's not. I need to get more quotes. I don't like to. I need more words in clear. Whatever I put there, well, I kind of like what is there. I don't dislike that. So. No. No. So far, they're all big no's. There's sandpaper. Nope. Might require a trip to the art store, to the Hobby Lobby Michaels tomorrow. Yeah, I could ink the edges of that easily if I decide to use that quote. Here's some words. I don't know if they're big enough or impactful enough. There's more of those words. Almost have bless this home. But I don't have this. And I don't have home sweet home. Okay, now we do have, that's not stuck on a piece of plastic. We do have Sticker Nation. Maybe that's what it needs. A word from Sticker Nation in black. It does. I'll hold it up a little. I think I like Hope. Actually, kind of like this piece of chipboard too, in reality. Okay. There's other stuff stuck on this plastic carrier. The word's still stuck on this plastic carrier. It may not come off, but there's I forgot all about Sticker Nation. It needs something bold. Okay, let's move that. We don't get it dirty. And let's move, because maybe it needs something like here and here that we cut. I'm thinking like nature. Okay, Shauna. We'll touch it up with some paint here in a minute. A glaze. Bless each day. I have it over to the side and I forget about it. Dream together. Some of these I would never, ever use. CB, that would involve typing and printing. You're so funny. Yeah, mine sits up on a bookshelf and I forget. Imagine the impossible. They're also anti-establishment. Remember your roots. All right. Almost to the end of the book. Don't like the print on those, so Dream Together. Beauty Surrounds Us. I had another one marked. I had 3. Imagine the Impossible. Just Hope. Okay, let's see how stuck this Hope is. Yeah, Hope's not coming off. This carrier is not. Okay, so let's see if there's. Here's Hope here. Let's try that Hope. The other one's ruined. Okay. There's also this one. Hope, Dream, Love. I don't know. This isn't cut right, so. What about Dare to Dream? Is there a dare in here? There's a Dare to. How about Dare to Dream? All right. That's what we're going with. Dare to dream. And we'll work on the butterfly. And I put Sticker Nation in with all the other stuff. Maybe if I leave it in there. Oh my gosh. It's too late to be peeling stickers. Okay, dare to dream. Now, we need to. All right, we got a couple options to do the butterfly. We can make it more gold. And we can hit I'm getting it wet. Is that better, Shauna? Now it needs the brighter yellow to make it pop a little more. Do we want to go? Now leave it alone? Do I need to do anything around the edges of this? Okay, just leave it. All right, I'm going to put just a little bit of glue over those stickers. Okay. Like that? No what? No, around the outside part. Yeah. Okay, me. That turned out pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. Sign it there. Let's see. I don't know where I want to sign this one. I don't know where to sign that one. I don't know that I want to. I'm thinking right there. Maybe I should write it sideways here. Sign it in white or tiny in black right here. If we don't like it, we can wipe it off. That's not bad because then it just blends with that black. It doesn't add a whole nother field of black. Okay. And then this one I'm just going to sign right down here. So that's not too bad. We got 3 done. We didn't tear up my room too much. This one, I think, needs that edge sanded down. That helped that because it had that hard edge of that tag. Yep. 3 done. Little stuff like this sells in that art show that I have coming up. That little stuff sells really well because people can buy a little piece of art for 20, 30 bucks and keep on walking down and buy from somebody else. So, all right. Well, I'm going to say good night. Thanks for your help. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you at Shauna's. And then, like I said, I'll do a short stream probably.